Namaste. Sound is sacred, mysterious, and very ancient. It spans across the globe in the form of different stories, with a common thread, sound. From the Hindu scriptures, which talk of Om as being the sound of creation, or the Old Testament, which says the world began with a word, to the Big Bang, everyone talks of sound. Now, if you shut out all the sounds and noises in your background, and I know it's difficult in a gadget age, still, after a while, you will become conscious of the sounds within. Heartbeat, murmur of your blood, oceanic sounds in your ear. This is the form of pure sound. Our ancient cultures were very aware of this, and they created various musical instruments and religious ceremonies to align our body to this frequency. Gongs, drums, bells, mantras, ragas, you name it. Being aware of these sounds raises your inner consciousness. It helps you calm your mind, overcomes your stress, depression, enhances memory. But the most important, you start to listen to your inner voice. By the way, the bowls that you see here don't come from my kitchen, and nor am I here for a culinary class. I am Rakhi Jain, and as a professional sound therapist, I am here today to introduce you all to a very profound way of alternate therapy. That's the sound therapy. I have a pharmaceutical background and a research scientist by profession. I quit working at the time when I realized that medicines alone were not helping my son fight his health issues. As any other parent, I cried. I really prayed hard, I chanted, and finally, I turned towards alternate healing. As my son started to heal, I found myself experiencing a very profound transformation in myself. The journey of self-discovery had started in me, and I started searching for answers within me. It was a pure chance that led me to these bowls in Singapore. I was mesmerized, by the grounding and the soothing tones of these bowls. Along this journey, I discovered that these bowls were working way beyond than just providing music. They started affecting me in so many ways, psychologically. As I worked more with them, I realized that these sacred sounds started sounding very familiar. They were awakening a part of me which had been in slumber for the longest time ever. This was the end of my journey. The bowls, the sacred sounds, changed me in more ways than I can ever imagine. What truly connected me with this therapy was the scientific methodology behind the bowls and the systematic manner in which they work, along with the power of intention and thought. That's the key word, thought. It connected with my scientific intellect. By the same time, it touched my mystical core. To give you a very brief history, these mystical bowls originated in Tibet thousands of years ago, but were introduced to the world only in 1950s when the monks fled Tibet. If made to perfection, these bowls are made up of 7 different metals in various proportions, and the result of this is that they emit these beautiful pure frequencies. Let's take a minute to understand how these bowls really work. Our bodies are made up of matter, which is vibratory in nature. So the neutrons, the protons, they constitute to the solid mass of a body. But however, it is the empty space which exists between the neutron, proton, and the electron is where the vibration of the bowls work, and they touch every part of a physical being. We hear these divine sounds not only through a ear, but through every cell of a body. There's enough scientific research which is being done on sound and its impact on the human body. One of the earliest pioneers was a French scientist surgeon, Dr. Alfred Tomatis. He researched on the ear, the brain, and the nervous system and concluded that the primary function of the ear was not hearing. You hear me right. The primary function of the ear is not hearing. It basically awakens the cortex. It generates enough neural energy to trigger the cortex. Once the cortex is triggered, that releases a plethora of responses in your body. It could be at a physical level, it could be mental, spiritual, emotional. There is so much that could be done with this. So the real question, I assume everybody will have, how does it deal with an illness? According to Ayurveda, all illnesses are manifested on the energy level before they appear as symptoms on a physical level. When there is a dis-ease in the body, and I don't call it a disease, an imbalance is created at a very cellular level. This results in disharmony of the frequency at which the cells are vibrating. So when the bowl is struck, they work by entrainment. That is, that they emit purest frequency which replaces this disharmonious frequency in the body and allows the body to self-heal and rebalance. The self-healing is initiated because you enter into a subconscious state where the theta and the delta waves become active, allowing the body to experience deep relaxation. Different bowls then start working on all kinds of ailments. The list is endless. But to give you some examples, it works on conditions like insomnia, Alzheimer's, ADHD, heart diseases, GI disorders. It also works on depression, chakra heat balancing, meridian balancing, and believe it, PTSD. Definitely sound therapy cures different conditions, but today I have a question for all of us in the audience. Even if you do not exhibit any particular sign of a disease, don't you all carry the burden of stress on your shoulder? That takes toll on your physical and mental well-being. Or do you have hours that you can sit and meditate or go on silent retreat? The answer is yes, we are stressed. And the answer is no, that we don't have the time. Sound therapy, in its own subtle and powerful way, is meditative, which is realigning and re-energizing every cell of your body, improving your immunity, improving the quality of your sleep, and giving you a good feel factor. It's very difficult to adequately explain singing bowls since it is experiential, and words will be outweighed by what you will feel hearing them. I'll take that as a cue and request all of you to take a very comfortable position, close your eyes, and take a deep breath. Take a deep breath and relax. Another deep breath and relax. Take another deep breath. Follow the sounds of these magical bowls and remove any self-doubt that you have and just flow with music.